Hi guys, so in today's video I'll be trying out this cute set that Die Press has brought to HSN ahead of the August 13th craft show. I showed you a similar one, that's why it's open like this, with a Halloween theme, but this is the Harvest Arches Stamp Die and Stencil bundle. So Die Press did send this item free of charge, and all opinions are my own, and I'll have the links in the description box. Those will be affiliate links for me to make a small commission for your purchase items to those links, so thank you for using those if you would like to. Let me open this up. Again, with HSN and YouTube, there might be a little shopping bag within the video, like as you're watching in the video there, or underneath there might be the word shop or something like that, I think. And then again, the description box, so different places to find those links there. I will link everything that's currently available, which is basically everything that Die Press has brought for this show. So let's see here. So in the last video I showed you, your set is coming with the new and improved sticky dots. 2 sheets of those. These are actually the Slimline size because there are some Slimline related dies and options here. So you also have the cutting folder for the marquee that is Slimline size. Again, if you do not have a marquee, these thin metal dies will go through any machine you have that cut thin metal dies. And so, I'll go over this quickly here. So you do have some stencils that will help you decorate like an A2 size card and also a Slimline, and there is a typo here. The Slimline size I believe is 3.5 by 8.5. It says 4.5. I think I noticed that in the last video for the last one, but these will definitely help you make a standard Slimline, which in my opinion is 3.5 by 8.5. You have these arch dies, and then you have these cute, like the pumpkin. I love I think it's the stem. Oh, the stem. Okay, so there's a stamp and then there's a stem that's separate. So when you put it together, you have a stamped pumpkin with a stem. You have beautiful flowers, very sunflower looking, or some kind of, very fall flower. Stamp and dies for those. Your leaves, you have the leaf outline, you have the veins, and then you can die cut them. Same thing with the smaller leaves. And then this one, I just noticed when I was doing the opening up right now, it has this beautiful, like, branch, I suppose, and the leaves are separate in 2 different ways. So you have the veining and then this one, so it's kind of like opposite each other. That's really cute. This cute little spray here, like posies with a die. Another beautiful flower there with the die itself, and then you have things like I believe in you or falling for you, happy fall y'all, and then the die for that one. Grateful, hey pumpkin, thank you, thanks, hello, it's autumn, with the die for that, and then just some sentiments like it's fall y'all, so thankful for you, hey pumpkin, and then some ideas. Oh, those are really pretty. I love the colors on that. Right? Yeah, okay. So let's see. We have the stencils again, 4 1/4, and then for your Slimline, we have all of these beautiful stamps. Again, this one you can just color it, but it does have a die for just the stem if you want to pop that on there. And then all the sentiments that we talked about and everything else. I mean, pretty good size imagery and leaves and everything. And then over here you have all your dies again, that pumpkin die with some texture in it, and then everything else that cuts out pretty much all the other icons, and then your arches themselves. I will give you a quick measurement on that. I think it says it in the paperwork there, but metal to metal it's just about like 7 3/8 inches by 2.5, so it's going to be a little bit smaller when you actually cut that. And then this one's for your A2 size, and it is just about 4 inches by 2 5/8 or so. Okay, really nice big images here. Let me grab some papers and we will get started. So today I'll make a Slimline, and in the last video I made a A2 shaker, so just try out one of the different sizes. So I'll use this as my card base, I think. And to make a Slimline from an A2 piece of paper, all you're going to do is leave it at the 8.5, and then you need 7 inches on the other side. So since it's 11 inches long, I'm going to cut 4 inches off of this side. I might have to bring out the swing arm, but basically it'll be 8.5 by 7. Excuse me. And then here at the 7-inch side, you're going to just score a 3.5. So it'll end up 8.5 by 3.5. And then I'm going to make a piece that we're going to do a little stenciling on. That I like to make my matte layers about 1/8 of an inch smaller. So for 8.5 by 3.5, I want a piece that is 8 3/8 by basically 3 3/8. So I'll bring this over to 3 3/8, just shy of 3.5. And in the other direction, I just need to take 1/8 of an inch off of one of the sides. So I can just kind of eyeball this to right here. Maybe you want to swing out the arm, but either way, I'm just taking 1/8 of an inch off. And that would be that, and that would be the matte layer there. So we're going to do some stenciling on this, and I'll be right back. So I'm bringing out my sticky mat. I love them. And I always just kind of use this smaller one, but you do have, if you're lucky enough to get the die and press grip mats, you have a larger one in the pack too. I'm just going to take this Slimline guy. I will say, Die and Press has brought out a couple of new kits that have paste in them, and they're really nice. So I don't know if I've shown you that video yet, but I don't think so. So keep an eye out for those. It's kind of like the way I like to do. Sorry, this one's really long. I'm trying to make sure I have that centered. Now you can always do your stenciling and then die cut. Not die cut, but trim your matte layer down. I'm just trying to make sure I have everything here. It is going to go off the edge a little bit there, and that's fine. Just trying to split the difference there. And I keep moving it over in one direction. What am I doing here? Let's commit. Let's commit so it doesn't move anymore. There we go. Okay. It's kind of a technique where you do some inking and then you come in with like a clear paste or glitter paste. So that's what they put together in some of the kits, which is really great. Okay, I was going to do a little bit of ombre, not so much ombre, but just going from like an orange color to a brown color. So I'm going to start with this pumpkin. I am going to die cut a piece that goes in the center. So, I mean, if this gets in there, I don't mind. But I'm going to start up here. The orange. If you're trying to do something like the example that they showed where this is kind of ombre in here, but this is a regular color, you're just going to mask that off. So get some tape, washi or something, go all around this, do your thing, and then you're going to want to tape off this inside a little bit. Or, one of the reasons you have this too is that you can just make a mask for yourself. So cut this out from some scrap paper, and then just put that down, and it blocks that area from getting colored in while you do the other area, right? So that probably is the better way to do that second part. Yeah, I just want a little orange on there, so let's go from that. And again, we can peek because the thing will just go right back down where it was. A little more orange on that one. And into some brown, and I'll do coffee. That's pretty good. You can come in with a couple different shades of brown if you wanted, but I'm just going to go with that. It looks so pretty. Even though I don't try to get this part stenciled, it still looks really cool. Okay, I'm going to go rinse that off, clean up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay. I guess I probably could have taken this off so I can rinse this too, because I got a little bit of ink on that. So I'll take that to get rinsed. And bring this guy back. And I'm just going to glue it down. So I'll put a little glue on the back of that, stick that right down, and I'll be right back. So that, very nice. I'm going to cover that area with this guy, and I think I'm going to run it through this paper. Just kind of like a rose gold. I thought it would be lovely. So I'm just going to run that through, and then we'll come in with some of our other die cuts. Hey guys. Nope. Just going to go ahead and glue that right down, right here. Ooh, and it even has some of the ombre from the edges. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to glue that down. Okay guys, so we have that. It's going to be our base. I was debating doing leaves or coloring them or this kind of thing, and I think I'm just going to stamp tone on wherever, you know. So like, let's say I have this guy, and I'm just going to do the veins, I believe, and the leaf the same color, but you can definitely switch them up. So let's say I grab some orange, and maybe a little darker orange so it really shows up, and then I can grab this. And I'm just going for it, but if you want to use a stamp positioner, definitely do that. But when I just go for it, I make sure every eye area is touching. Looks great. And again, These are acrylic stamps. Die Press works with a really, what in my opinion is a great quality acrylic stamp because, or acrylic material, because it just works. And people ask me sometimes, what do you do to prep them or this or that? I didn't do anything. You just saw me get that and stamp with it. So again, this is a little scary, but I'm just going to line this up as best I can with my eyeballs and stamp that. And again, I'm doing the same color, just why not? Look at that. I got that right on there. So I'm gonna do that with a few of the different leaves, and you know, maybe this darker orange, maybe with, you know, again, the orange ink, this red, maybe with some red ink. I have some yellow here with like a darker yellow ink. Same thing, but just stamping them out. Okay, so I have several leaves stamped up. Some I did use brown just because I wanted to bring that brown in. And then as far as the pumpkin, I was wanting to use the pumpkin, of course. I think I am going to cut the pumpkin from the same orange here. So, and I think just to make it a little bit different from the other items, I will stamp it in brown. And then there's going to be a little green stump or whatever. So I'm not going to color this at all. I'm just going to let the paper do the coloring for me. And this guy. And I just eyeballed all of them, guys, and it was actually pretty easy. But again, if you want to use a stamp positioner, you can definitely do that. Looks really nice. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So this one for sure I will not be able to see in there and cut it correctly. Now, some people do like to cut the shape first and then stamp it, whatever you like. I just do a little something different, an aperture. I just want to see as far as the other leaves if it's pretty easy to see in there or not. I think this one's for this guy. Yeah, I see the stem and this other piece. I mean, you can have an idea, but if you're just a little bit off, I mean, that might drive you nuts, right? So, I'm going to make, here we go. I always thought these scissors, I don't know what I thought they were. I just never brought them out. Okay. I thought they were the kind that cut 3 strips at a time, because they had to look different to me. Okay. Let's see. Well, while we're doing that, if I want to drop shadow it, you can definitely run this through a scrap paper that you might want to drop shadow. I don't know that I'm going to do that today, so I'm just going to run it through here. Just make myself a couple little masks. Okay, let me run this through, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here in case you are new to crafting, new to my channel, new to, you know, card making, die cutting. There's little tips that you might want to know, and this is a really good one for getting your die cut really nicely. And look at that. I mean, I can use this later with the little green stem, and I still have a die cut I can use. Oh, here. So we just open that up. And I think it goes like this. So what you do is you can see right through, and I'm sorry I use the same color paper, I usually use different color paper. You can see through there, and you can put that in there. Make sure it really gets right back in the same space. And then I always put extra tape. And you can run it through, and you'll have a better idea of where you're cutting. Right, so I have that one. Same thing with this one, you open it up. Okay. Sorry guys, I was looking at this little piece, but it doesn't cut all the way in, so it is this one here. Just that piece isn't that important. So I'm looking at these other areas here. Okay. So yeah, I was kind of eyeballing the wrong spot. And then again, little tape. Okay. And then you run them through again, and you should have a better idea of where you're cutting. And I'll do that. And then since this one, I have a few leaves that are the same, I already have my mask for it, right? I'll just keep using the same mask on the other leaves that are the same shape. Not too bad. A lot closer than if I had just eyeballed it for sure. And then this guy. I mean, look at the stem, right? So, yeah. And with this one, what I'll do is I just recycle my little mask. So I'll take this off carefully. Get rid of this. And I'll bring this over and start die cutting the other ones that were the same shape, like this one here. And I'll make masks for the other ones that I need to make masks for. Or apertures, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'll be back. So I went ahead and cut out that little green bit. I did make it green for my little pumpkin, but you know, if you want to cut it out in brown, that's lovely too. I'm just going to set that on there. Cute. Just pops right in there. Okay, I'll let that set up. And again, I use the same mask over and over for the different leaves that were the same shape. And I'll be right back. So we have a lot of pieces, essentially, that I was going to use on this. And then I have, you know, leaves and all these pretty things that we're going to decorate with here and there. I was thinking about building around my sentiment. So, in here. So I think I'm going to use some cream colored paper. And oh yeah, let's do this one. So thankful for you. And I'm going to use a stamp positioner for this because I'm going to want to really make sure that's nice and crisp. And I get this question quite often. Where did you get that platform, the stamp positioner? It is a Diamond Press stamp positioner. It was available on HSN. I believe it's still sold out currently. So hopefully they'll be able to bring some more of those back for you guys. And I'm just putting it right in the corner because what I'm going to do is just cut it down. You know, if you have dies, obviously I have tons of dies, maybe some layering dies or however. But right now I'm just going to cut it out and then put a matte layer behind it, I think, too. Possibly. Okay. Brown ink, I think that'll be pretty. Staying with the color here. Okay, and I want it. You can leave it like that, looking more distressed, but I do want to just kind of fill it in. Gorgeous. Okay, clean that up. I'll be right back. So I'm kind of taking my time in this video to show you guys all these little steps that I take. On this, I'm going to cut this side down and try to cut it the same as the I have going out the top. It's pretty similar. I might cut a little bit off the top just to make it a little more similar. And then, you know, how much spacing do I have on the other side of this L that I have on the T. And I made it a little bit tighter. And to be honest, I prefer it to be a little bit tighter there. So let's move that one up. A little bit off this side too. Just the smallest amount. Okay. And then I matte layer this. And generally I matte layer this, I'll just like stick it down to a color. I think I'm going to use the Craft again. Let me see. You know what? No, let's use... no, let's go ahead and use that one. That's fine. So I'll just cut it down again, but you can also just measure and then cut your matte layer to actually, you know, fit that measurement. So I wouldn't use that. They're all going to be different depending on how you cut it, right? So let's just get a good, that's 2 1/4, which is nice. By, see, again, a little smaller than 3. So let's say 3 1/16 by 2 3/8. Okay, so I'm going to cut that down and I'll be right back. Okay, just going to glue those two together and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I did put some smaller, lower profile kind of things here. I'm going to pop it right here. It is basically the same size, you know, and then we're just going to kind of decorate around here. So I'm thinking if this guy's here, I'm going to use a different dimensional for that. Let's see here. There you go, something like that. I'm going to fill this in. So just a little there. And I'm just going to fill things in just like that. There. I'd love to have a larger red one, but I don't, so maybe I'll go with this guy. Oh, that's the same orange. Let's go with maybe that one. Cute. Okay, so let me put some higher dimensionals on this one. I'll put that there, but I'm not going to push it down quite yet because I do want to put another little guy back in here. I'm not quite pushing that down yet either, but it'll be something like that. And then I have a ton of leaves back here that I can kind of fill in. Oh, and I just cut out a ton of leaves I wasn't really planning on. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get some dimensionals in the back of this one, kind of at the top. And I'll be right back, okay guys? Let me take the little characters off. A little blue. I'm not sticking that down quite yet. Something like that. Okay, so some dimensionals on this one too. And take the carriers off. And I'll be right back. So glue, 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 and then this one can just... Okay, I can't do it. I gotta put a little dimensional. I was gonna leave it flat, but it looks so cute with that little bit of dimension, so put that on there too. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna hold these things down. I'll be right back. So that is my card. Just a few leaves. I have some extra ones here. I mean, if you want to tuck them in here and there, since you have them cut already, why not? But, oh, you know what? That looks cute. Okay, let's do it. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the links there in the description box for you guys. Thank you so much, Die and Press, for sending these items for review. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.